Oh, is it hot in here or is it just me? Hello everyone, your King Harold greets you, peasants, civilians. How are we doing? Right, so our barley, the food of choice is going pretty well. We've got the full farm going now. Seems like every time I look back there's a new thing growing. Accidentally killed too many things there we go. And that one just grew in front of our eyes. So that's brilliant. Essentially, barley is pretty cool. You just pop it. You can either use it to make bread directly, like I showed earlier. That does work. But if you just craft it straight into barley flour and cook it, it will make bread. So, you know, pretty much one for one. You know, it depends on whether or not you want to use the fuel or not. So, you know, using coal, obviously you are cooking, but using it in a frying pan, you know, you can cook 7 of them all at once, and get, you know, 7 bread per coal, I think. Although don't quote me on that because I'm not entirely certain if that's correct, but either way, so bread is going pretty well. Got 37 at the moment, so that's conquered our food problems for now. So that's kind of good. But today we're going to be looking at Tinker's Construct. So I've done a little bit of stuff now. I know I've got some blocks of iron, and I've pulverized and smelted various things, and we've got a little bit more redstone, and we've got a few more bushes, because you know how I love bush. I love bush so much that I've fixed this thing here because there was a creeper that actually blew up all of this, and it made me very angry. You guys thought I was going to talk about something else. So, right, anyway, we can put our bush away, because we shouldn't really be holding our bush all the time. Right, so here we go, seared brick. If I remember correctly, I've done a little bit of homework between this episode and last episode as well, but here we go. First of all, we need a tool forge, so that will let us craft the more advanced version of the tools. And on top of that, in order to make that tool forge, we need seared bricks, which end up getting turned into these guys here, and then we can start making all the smeltery controllers and all of that McGovern's. So first things first, as far as I'm aware, you don't use the seared bricks for anything else? No, you do. Oh, you use them directly. Okay, never mind. I probably don't want to make too many of these then. There we go. And just like that, we got another book, so we can have a look at that. And it's like, well done, you know, you've moved on to the more advanced stuff, and it tells us how to make this next thing here called the smeltery. That'll be useful for well, you can't just directly go from iron into this thing over here. For some reason, you know, we can break down cobblestone and just, you know, construct the tool out of it. But for things like iron and other metals, you actually need to use the smeltery in order to do that. So that'll be something that we'll create today. You can make a small one like this. I'll probably move it one up, or maybe not. It depends on how I end up, or how much I actually can afford to make right now, because I've only got 2 stacks of the stuff, or had 2 stacks. Plus I need to make this thing now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I need this guy here, the tool station. So this was the old version, and we're about to upgrade it into the new guy. So there we go, tool forge. Plop him back down. You can see we've got lots more stuff here now. These were the guys I was talking about before. So, I didn't really talk about the hammer, but the lumber axe. So essentially you can do a 3x3x3 area of trees. That's pretty cool. The one that I tend to get is this one here, the battle axe, and that will just chop directly upwards. I mean, you can use both. The lumber axe might be better for the jungle trees, so I don't know, I'm still kind of thinking. But once we get into tree harvesting later on, we won't really need to worry about that. So I probably won't even make like the proper metal versions of these. I will probably just stick to cobblestone or something. But what I would like is a hammer. But in order to do that, we're going to need to make some more of these, you know, blank Well, we're going to need to make some more of these patterns because I've only got the basic stuff in there. I didn't go any further because obviously I couldn't make these anyway. But anyway, next thing. So we're going to need 1 smeltery controller, 1 seared tank, 9 seared bricks, and any combination of 10 seared bricks, tanks, drains, blah 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 blah, faucet, etc. Which we can just craft directly in here. So what I might do is just bring that all down and we'll go straight into down here, and it's in construct. And I wanted to look at the seared stuff over here. So seared tank is made like so we're going to need a bit of glass. I figure I needed to smelt up some of the stuff anyway. I'll probably need to swap out some of this coal. I'm always running out of coal now, I've noticed that. But that can go in there, and that'll start smelting some stuff up for us to get ready. But then we need also seared glass, seared windows. I can't decide if it was the seared glass or seared windows that I probably wanted more. I'll just check what does it want. Seared glass or windows? Casting, construction. Well, I mean, we definitely need the tank, but I suppose if we want to save on the bricks, then we'll probably use more glass. So that's okay. We'll put a little bit more sand in there, and we won't worry too much about running out, because I can always just go get some more. Then next, let's see. So we want a seared tank, so let's do one of these, and we'll just take those out. Controller, so we'll get one of these as well. It looks kind of like a furnace, but that's okay. Well, built like a furnace rather. And then one of these fellows, which is fine. And then it said any combination of a whole bunch of other stuff, but we still need the casting table, the faucet. We'll grab one of those and one of these. And while I'm at it, I may as well make, hang on a second, casting basin. Did I get one of those? No. You don't necessarily need this one right away, but I figure I'm going to use it in the future anyway, so that just means I need an extra one of those. And works as both input and output, so I believe it's that one that I need another one of, so we'll grab that. And let's see, then I need 9 of the bricks for the ground. Damn it. Shift click, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that goes on the ground. Maybe I'll start building out the thing and I'll see what exactly I'm missing as well. But let's just sleep through the night because there's already mobs outside and I don't need more of them. And at least in daytime I have the advantage. There's mobs nearby and I can't just escape down there. Brilliant. I might have to move this bed as well, I think. When things don't go to plan, what to do. Use these bushes, because they are amazing at making mobs go away. Right, so we'll sleep through the night. Switching out. I'm using the square brackets to change between the two and then just pushing enter in case you didn't know. Just helps me out a little bit. Okay, so that was a nice, lovely, refreshing sleep. Just get rid of those out of my inventory. By the way, I am dying between episodes in case you weren't sure. Yeah, I am not the greatest player in the world. That's okay. Let's see, where do I want to put it? So, I hate these guys so much, because I always feel the need to completely fill in the holes that they create. So you can ignite the mana creepers, not too bad, simply because they will only damage you if you're close by regardless. and they don't damage the land, which is always nice. So here we go. We've got some of these, so we need to go into the ground a little bit. Oh, my shovel broke. Damn. So we'll go into the ground a little bit, and we'll place our nice lovely bricks, and then we're going to have to make a few more walls and things, but I won't be too worried about that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and if we look at our nice lovely book, looks like so. What's that in the middle? I mean, it looks like one of those, but I don't think it is. Yeah, I won't worry too much. Maybe it just changes once you've moved everything around. So let's get that stuff out of the way, and we'll start placing stuff. So you're always going to need one of these controllers. Apparently that's just what the thing is that you need. And then on top of that, let's see, how do we want to do this? Yeah, we're definitely going to need a lot more of those bricks. And I left them all in there, didn't I? Damn. 1 second. Okay, so I have got a few now. I can make them on the fly, which I might just do a few of. So there we go. And then, let's see, how do we want to do this? I may end up having to move this because I want to flatten this whole lot out, but if I just go like so, let's see, I won't need that one as often, and then we can move that one there. This can go here, faucet there, faucet here, one of these, that goes down there. And you'll understand a little bit more once we actually get further in. So that's all being placed. And then as far as I can tell, you just fill in the gaps. And I'm still missing 1, 2, 3. Can I make another one? Oh, look at that, perfect. So it looks like the exact amount that you need. I mean, it might be a little bit different for me because I made an extra faucet and all that lot. But once the flames are going on here, you know it's working, which is brilliant for us. I've placed it further down like so, just because it's easier as a chicken form to see. I had a little bit of a test play on a server, and, no, not on a server, but just in general. I saw it was just a little bit harder. Anyway, so that's good, we've got that placed down. How do we do the rest of it? So, as far as I can tell, you need to make a cast first, which means that we're going to need some aluminum brass, which, let's just see if it will tell us. Glue ball, seared stone, brown. Oh, there we go. Aluminum brass, 3 aluminum per 1 copper. So let's just get out some aluminum and some copper. I wasn't sure if I could pulverize my aluminum. I think I can. No? Okay, never mind. But oh well, that's not a huge deal. So 10 aluminum, so I'll leave 1 behind. And we'll grab 3 of those, and we'll just pop them straight in there. And that should be enough for us to start making our casts. We'll definitely see, obviously. But you just right click on the smeltery controller, you start placing the stuff in, and as far as I can tell, it should just start melting. What am I missing? Oh, lava, right. You also need lava, by the way. So what can we do about that? We need a lot of lava, obviously, just in order to be able to power the thing properly. And we're not going to want to cart it up the stairs every single time with like a few buckets. So there was one thing that I've thought of. You can get some tanks. Seared tanks. What's the difference between that one? What type of seared brick is that? Slime, dirt, toil stuff. Okay. That's not the kind of tank that I wanted. The tank that oh, hang on. Right, there we go. Enable all, tank, and there it is. No, not that one. I want a portable tank, which requires 1 copper and 4 glass. What does it cost to move up to hardened? Or to reinforced? Hardened glass, which requires pulverized obsidian, which we don't really have. What about Invar ingot? How do you make that? With Invar blend, so 2 iron per 1 ferrous. We can do that. So 2 iron per 1 ferrous. We'll just take the whole lot, and we need 4. So 1 copper, 4 glass, 4 Invar ingots, and you get 3. So we're going to need to make 2 sets of these. And then pop that in there. No? What have I gotten wrong? Iron dust. Oh, sorry. 2 iron per 1 of those. So there we go. That is what we wanted there. And then portable, no, not portable tank. We wanted to craft it directly, so we needed 4 of these. So we just pop that straight into our furnace and get some Invar, which I find quite pleasing. And then we can probably just pop that stuff back in there because we're not going to need it for now. But we do need a copper, so we'll put that in there right afterwards. And we can pop our aluminum back and grab that out. So hardened straight away, and shift clicking, hardened portable tank, which is fine. But to put the lava into there, I don't think we're going to use a wooden water bucket. So in that case, it's probably better that we just grab ourselves a normal iron bucket as well. I mean, it's not going to be a huge deal. Is there an easier way to make a normal bucket? So bucket. No, okay, that's fine. So straight in there, and then I'll meet you downstairs to get some lava. Okay, one important thing that I forgot to note is that once you place one of these, if you have stuff inside there, it's just, well, I'll show you. Let's say we put our lava into there, that's nice and lovely lava. We break the thing so that we can take it up the stairs again, and oh, look at that, there's absolutely nothing in there because it's empty. We needed one of these things, the crescent hammer, so 3 iron and 1 tin. So for those of you who are playing along, sorry about that. And where is my tin? So one of those. Yeah, essentially that's just what's needed. So we won't worry too much about that. So we'll make our crescent hammer very quickly. And I think that crescent hammer is going to be used a lot later on anyway. Like, we'd probably have needed it if we were going to be moving this stuff around, so not a huge deal, especially when it's as easy to create like that. So we've got our nice lovely bucket right there like so. So we'll take that downstairs, grab ourselves some lava, pick it back up, take it over there, and yeah, we should be pretty good. Okay, so here we go. You've placed your nice lovely hardened tank. You pick up said lava, you right click on there, and look at that. Very, very nice. And it's actually a good way to clear out some of the lava in here because I really didn't want all of it in here. You can tell that some of it may still be here, especially since some of it goes further down, but not a huge deal. I can deal with that later. I mean, worst comes to worst, I can always just block it out. So there we go, that is a full, well no, one more bucket. A full tank. You grab your crescent hammer, you hold down shift, right click, and boom. Nice lovely fluid of lava tank, completely full, and that we can just take upstairs and do whatever we'd like. So I will see you up there. Alright guys, I am back, obviously. Now Now what I want to do, I don't think this can actually work, but I want to place that on top and then you just right click it without shifting. Oh, there we go. So you can just place this directly on top and it will just automatically pour it right in there. And you can see that that's obviously activated and just automatically trying to smelt everything in there. Oh, that's why I had the aluminum on me. I needed the rest of it. I'll go grab that now. But you can just pop that directly on top and it will automatically pour itself into there. So, you know, pretty cool. I'll just come over yonder, grab myself some aluminum. And I believe I needed to leave one in there, and then that was fine. And I'll travel along the smaller path, just because I know that the rest is dangerous. Right, so that stuff is in there now. Aluminum brass, and I can see that I've still got some more aluminum in there. Exactly how much? I'm going to put the rest of it in there anyway. Yeah, and I'll just see what happens. If I need to just put in more iron, then I'm not too worried. But you can see right there, we've already got some stuff in there, so that's fine. Aluminum brass is what we want. And then molten aluminum, aluminum brass, yeah. I want to see more fine detail, but I don't think I can. But essentially what you do, you take some kind of ingot, you can place it like so, and right click on this and it will pour in there, and then you'll get an ingot cast. That's something that I'm not really too worried about right now. You just right click to get it back. Also, I've been told that you kill these guys in here and their blood like fills it up. I thought that was pretty cool. That's actually needed for the pig iron that I was laughing about. Yeah, you go do no damage out there. But that's pretty cool. So essentially, let's see, what can I do about this? I'm gonna want this stuff out there, or at least possibly out there. Maybe I'll just start building it and we'll see. So I need some more blank thingamajiggers, technical term for the blank patterns. 12, 24. What am I doing? There we go. Okay, so more blank patterns, that's fine. And we could actually start working backwards. So arrowhead I don't actually want, or fletching, or string. Hammerhead I do. Large blade I do. Excavator. Scythe, why not? Broad axe and large plate. Large plate I definitely need, and I think I've already got tough binding. Yeah, so I must have made it to tough binding already. So we'll pop those in there, and then in order to make this cast, we're going to have to make some of these out of stone first, because obviously you can't just put wood in there, and you can't just put a tough binding pattern. You know, that's made out of wood or papery type stuff, and if you pour a liquid hot metal, I don't think it would go well. So what I need is one of these. So we'll make one of those for casting, one of these, so tough stone. Excavator head is something that we'll want. Tough rod is what we're going to want. Let's see, what else are we missing? Have I got hammerhead? Nope. So we'll grab one of those hammerheads too. And you can see it is actually using up a lot more stone the more materials that this thing is asking for, so keep that in mind. But we've got those now. I did sleep through the night, so the sun should still stay high, even though it's in the middle of the day now already. Jesus. But we've made all that stuff now, so we can move that out of the way and watch like so. So I'm going to be making an aluminum cast around this guy here, and there we go, that's set pretty quickly, and just like that we've got a large cast plate. That's exactly what we wanted, so we can pretty much almost toss out this guy. I don't really expect to use them. Maybe I will, I know it's hard to say, but we'll just continue on. So that was the excavator. I'll make one of these first, because I want to make sure I get all the basic stuff before I start working on the finer detail ones. So that's down to 9. And then the hammerhead, aluminum, brass. Why have I not got enough of that stuff? So, aluminum, brass, 3 aluminum, 1 copper. Did I not put all of my copper in there? I mustn't have. Unless it's like hiding in between there, you can click. Aluminum, brass, yeah, I don't know. I'll have a check later. Doesn't really matter too much because I can just turn the aluminum brass or molten aluminum. Actually, let's do that now. So molten aluminum. This is the other thing. Just pour it straight in there. Obviously 9 ingots make a block, so that will just start pouring in there now, and then just disappear, which will be great. And then we're down to just normal aluminum. That's going to set. And excuse me, bird, I'm trying to do something. Block of aluminum, and then you can go straight to raw aluminum, which you can use for blocks of solid ender, but that's not exactly what we want. It was my understanding that you could just, I don't know, I thought it would go straight into ingots, but doesn't matter too much. I can just pour it back in there and it'll be fine. So let's see, we've got hammerhead cast, tough rods. Anyway, so that's good. Anyway, yeah. Sorry, my brain's a bit addled now. So that stuff is in there. That's obviously still the aluminum brass. We don't have enough ingots to turn it directly into a block, so we could just turn it straight into one of these. So I can pour like so, and we'll make a cast just for making ingots. And then if we put the cast back in there and just start pouring in, that's what's going to be created. So watch this. Just like that, aluminum, brass, and you can keep doing that with the rest of them. There's 5 more left in there, so I might do that just quickly, because you tend to only ever need the aluminum brass if you're going to make the casting. I'm not entirely sure if you can make castings out of other metals, but then, I mean, aluminum brass doesn't really get used for anything else as far as I'm aware. Aluminum brass block. I suppose you can use it for making clocks and things, maybe as a substitute for gold, but actually, could you smelt that? So you can technically turn aluminum brass into gold, because you can you can make that weighted pressure plate and then turn it into gold, and then you can use gold for whatever else. That's kind of funny, but either way. And then we've just got 1 more left in there, which is kind of fun. And that's all gone. Excellent. So that's sort of the basics of using that. I think we might just make 1 big hammer, and that's going to be used downstairs for me, just because I'm going to do a lot more mining downstairs. What I would like to do actually is go over to the Nether, because I found out something. I have obtained a few mobs, and this Hecate one is one that is supposed to be able to fly. It can't right now. I also had a bat, but I started deleting things when I thought things weren't working, because I wasn't really sure why. I might keep the Enderman and the Creeper and Zombie. I won't keep the Hecate. I'll keep the Spider, not the Slime or the Skeleton. These are all things that have, abilities, and Enderman just looks kind of cool. Ocelot has no fall damage, which is always nice. That one will be able to fly. If I had a bat and I'd gone to the Nether, I would have been able to fly, because going to the Nether unlocks that, which is kind of cool. Let's just put this stuff back in here for now, because we don't really need it. I will make another one of these. Can I just put that directly in there? No. Can I put that in there? No. So you have to use the direct one. There it is there. So I've got 2 of those, and the hammerhead. So I want to make one of these. 1, 2, 3, and a hammer, which is brilliant. This guy can do a 3x3, which is always kind of cool. I mean, it's a lot better when you've got luck on it, which I'll be doing later on when I get a proper metal one. But I will show you in a second. Actually, it might be a good idea to use it to start bringing out some more room, because I'm a little bit cramped in here. I thought I heard a creeper for a second. So you go like so. It does depend on like your orientation, so if you're too close it's going to think that you're trying to face upwards, but just like that. Look at that. Yeah. It's much nicer when you've actually got you know, a lot more speed on it, but I mean, you know, not really a big deal. And then you can go like so. It will go slower depending on what you're hitting. So if I tried to do it on the copper ore, obviously it would be a little bit slower. So making sure that you're doing it on whatever's going to be faster might be important. So like that, and then like that, and I've gotten a little bit of stuff here, but you get the idea. So that's kind of cool. I'm going to light up that. But yeah, that's the general idea. I might turn this into a storage room, depending on how we go, or maybe it will just be like a little crossroads. I'm not really sure yet. How does that work? Anyway, okay, so I want to go to the Nether so that I can unlock flying, but I do not have a diamond pickaxe. I do have diamonds, but I want to leave them there until I can get proper luck on my weapons. No, not on my weapons, on my pickaxes and things like that. So essentially what I'm going to do is grab this guy here, and go away. I just want that. Fine, I'm going, I'm sorry. I know that nighttime is your guys' time. If you have like a proper config option set, you can actually make them ignore you when you do the small thing. But I, you know, am a chicken anyway, so they'd always attack me. It's like they know. They know that King Harold will try and rule them or something. So we got this guy here. As far as I'm aware, you only need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this guy here has 11 buckets of lava, so we've got everything that we need. And so I think we're actually pretty good. So we'll grab a bucket of water. Where exactly do we want to stick this guy? Because we kind of want him close, but yeah. I kind of want a shovel as well. I might just go make a shovel quickly. I might stick him across the way, and then he's, you know, not so close that I can always hear that annoying sound, but then not so far away that I always have to run around after it trying to get there all the time. So we'll just make something quick. That shovel. I don't know why I always put that in the center. It doesn't have to be in the center. That makes me really uncomfortable. It's weird. And maybe I'll just offload a little bit of this stuff. Don't need to carry all of that stuff with me. That can stay here too, and that stop, and that. I know that that's not supposed to go in there, but that's okay. We will persevere. So we'll go over here, and I might just make a way for me to go all the way around, but stay undercover. Oh, there we go. So remember, I am doing this kind of thing for fun. I like the idea of little smugglers' tunnels to, you know, get around all the police. Well, not really police, but all these mobs here. You know, they're people that we want to avoid, and so having these kinds of things is kind of cool to me. Some people may disagree. I don't know, they're entitled. They are entitled to their opinion. There we go. Oh, that's not who we want. But either way, so we'll move around here. And then, I don't know, going like so. Where's my base? Okay, my base is over there. And so if we just start digging in like so, I think that'll be fine. So there we are. And then I don't know, we don't, well, maybe I'll go a little bit further in. And then I need to be able to make sure that this water will be fine. So this is where a portal would be. So then that lot is where the obsidian needs to be placed. 2, 3. I don't actually have another bucket. Oops. I did. Oh, that actually acts as a lamp. That's cool. Let's see. Well, what I can do is just go like so. I mean, that kind of works. Let's see. What's a better way to do this? Well, if you're a chicken, you may find it a little bit hard to get out of these tight places. So I may have to grow a little bit. Oh, that doesn't work. I am not... oh, there we go. I am a squid now. Hope you understand. Looks a little bit funny. I think this... oh, no, it is trying to wear my hat. Okay, let's just change back properly so that we're not, you know, being all kinds of strange. Alright, there we go. So, we've got that there. And then maybe I might put that there. And that can go up like so. And that can go there. And that can go there. Okay, so this is working. Oh, Jesus. Okay, maybe that one should have been last. Either way. And then that can go like there. Oh, come on. This was a bad idea. I need to move that water. But you get the idea. Like, we didn't have to use a normal pick in order to grab all of our stuff. So, that's fine. So maybe the best idea would be to go like this. And that way, that's the closest thing it can run down to. Yeah. And then I can still go like so. And up like... yeah. And up like... yeah. And the last one is where the water's placed itself, but that might be a little bit trickier. I mean, I don't mind losing the water. So maybe if I just place it one more up, and then place the lava underneath it, that'll be fine. So, right there. And then, I mean, the water is gone, but not really such a huge deal. I mean, I could get rid of it, or could pick it up rather, but I'm not really too worried. But just like that, so that's the portal ready. We'll take that back. How much is left in there? 1700, so one more bucket and a little bit. Oh, look at that. Look how delightfully quiet it is outside. Ah, lovely. Excuse me. I seem to have a habit of burping on this. Maybe I don't burp as much before, but I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. Words are hard. Okay, so I'll just get one more iron because I just need to make a igniter, like so. Or not an igniter, a flint of steel. The igniter is something else used for dark iron, but I'm not really worried about that lot of stuff. So that's actually overflowing a little bit, isn't it? Or it's just full. It's odd. Might need to be tweaked a little bit there, but that's okay. So pop that there. There we go. Nice, lovely portal. And let's see, what can we leave here? I don't really want to lose that, just because that was a little bit of a pain to make, but we'll go through. And this should unlock flying, but I'm not entirely sure. Downloading terrain. Why are you downloading? Where are you downloading it from? This is on single player. I mean, it is a server, but still. There we go, so that's unlocked flying for us. Which means that we are now a creepy little ghost with a hat that doesn't fit. Ah, yeah. We will get fire bats, which will fit in 1x1 spaces, and they'll be, you know, immune to fire. Although hurt by water, so it's not as good, but it doesn't really matter to me. Doesn't even matter now. Nobody wanna get back together. Anyway, sorry about that. Oh. Ah, you little buggers. So this is something that I want. I want Ardite, and I want the other one. It's over here. This is the one that I want as well, Cobalt. But I don't think... Yeah, I don't think this is going to do it. So, what can we do about that? We've got flying now, which is a bit easier on us. I can probably go pick up a bat if needed, instead of just a flying one. We've got a nice lovely fortress here, that'll help out. Let's see, what can we do? I'll just, yeah, we'll go check out the book, but either way, we've got flying unlocked, which is nice. And then I'll see what we need in order to grab those things over there. So we'll go into chicken mode, because King Harold doesn't want to be in his slave forms. And go like so. I know I left that portable tank there, not a huge deal. Oh, Jesus, I'm actually running out of like food, which is why I'm not healing, and I have tons of bread, so I have no excuse. Right, book, I want that one. Many Yellen is made from cobalt and ardite. Yeah, that's kind of obvious. Alamite, aluminum, iron, and obsidian. So I think we need aluminum in order, or alumite in order to get ardite. Oh damn, that means we're gonna need 2 obsidian. How am I gonna get obsidian? I can't just place obsidian in the thing. It has to be in it has to be placed in the smeltery controller. I can't just place blocks in there. Or I don't think I can. I'll give it a try. Maybe it will work. You never know. Fortune favours the bold and all that. If I can do that with obsidian, that would be great. So essentially we'll need alumite in order to get those nether ores. And then we'll probably never touch this thing again, but like this alumite pickaxe that we need to create. But that's okay. I'm not really too worried. So I'll place some water like so. Enderman must have put that there. So if I put that there, does it realize that, no. So all I've done is just place a block in there that's going to be a pain to get rid of. Because I can't just mine you. Damn. And of course we haven't got enough of anything else. Okay. I'm just going to see what we can do about that. What I used to use was like block breakers, but the ones that I use I don't think are in here anymore. There are ones in here that exist, but that one requires a diamond pickaxe, which, you know, if I've got a diamond pickaxe anyway, I wouldn't need the block breaker. Then there's the other one from Mine Factory. Uses gold, which isn't so bad, but then the rest of them is like tons and tons of plastic sheets. Not what I want. Which requires plastic, obviously, which requires rubber. So I would need 4 for every, well, I need 4 plastic for every plastic, So for every plastic sheet, I will need 1 rubber, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so maybe I wouldn't need as many as I think. But then I need rubber. Hang on. Can I make you directly? No. Okay. So we needed normal rubber, which means we need sticky resin. That might actually be doable. Does this require power in order to be used though? That's the problem. I might see if there's a simpler option. Whoa, I just had a look at how big the episode was so far. I think we might just end up making this an hour of power video, so for those of you who don't really like the really long videos, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make it this long, seriously. I should have stopped once I'd finished the thing over there. Sorry? Yeah. So, actually, yeah, no, sorry. I'm definitely going to end the episode here, so I'm very sorry, guys. I will try and make this next video come out pretty soon anyway, so I hope that you are all having a very good day, and I will catch you guys later.